I don't want to be a player anymore. Wow. So yeah, so this person, they were giving to other people, and I do feel that there is a past version of themselves that they were fighting with. The past version of themselves must have been telling them, like, no, keep giving to other people. Like, you don't need to put all your eggs in one basket. Give to other people. Give them no attention. They're going to be crazy for you. They're going to chase you. They're going to want you more. That's how you win the girl, or that's how you win the guy. You got to play games. You got to treat them like you don't want them. Don't tell them how you feel. Like, they really thought that this was going to win you, and it didn't. And now it's like they don't even really want to be that old version of themselves, but the old version of themselves is still kind of lingering around them. They were at a crossroads about it. Should I stick to my old ways, or should I change? And now that they've lost you, it's like they're not even really happy doing what they're doing. I don't feel that they're happy with these other options. They wanted you. That's the thing. It's like they may be used to giving to other people, sleeping around, and having no attachment to anybody. So when they met you and they got this attachment, they got this strong draw to you, and they felt this spiritual connection, it was very equal and balanced. They actually felt the same as you. It was like, what do I do with this? Because they've never had something like that in a long time, or they're not used to dealing with that. And so it's like they chose to just be with what was comfortable, which was their old version of themselves, the player version of themselves. Things being delayed for good reason. It says lucky circumstances, realizing why it had to happen. Wow. And then we have serendipity. So this is exactly what I'm saying. This is crazy. You guys are really going to realize why it had to happen, and you're going to feel really good about it. You're going to feel really happy about it. You are truly going to feel like this delay in getting what you wanted was lucky. It really is lucky. It's lucky that they breadcrumbed you, and you're lucky because now you're getting what you deserve. So that tells me right there that this new person is going to be like 100 times better. 100 times better. And I do feel a lot of it has to do with the amount of work they put in, how hardworking they are on this connection, and how much they give to you. They could be giving you gifts. They could be giving you money. They could be giving you time, energy, effort, attention. They give you the world is what I'm feeling. They are giving you the world, and this person gave you nothing. Such a difference. And it's almost like that's why it had to happen in that order. Because it's helping you value this next person that comes in. It's like God or universe is like, I'm about to bless you. I'm about to give you what you want. It may not be in the package that you're expecting, but it is going to be everything that you've been asking for. Are you going to make the right choice? First, we're gonna do something here. We're gonna send this other person so that you appreciate this blessing a little more, so that you really pay attention to it, so that you really see it. Because maybe it's not in the packaging that you're used to. It may not be your type. It may not be someone that you immediately see as, you know, like that can happen. But they're going to give you everything you want. And some of you are drawn to them as well. You will have passion and attraction. But there's something about universe had to send in this karmic first. Gemini, welcome to your reading. Please keep in mind that these are general, so not all of the messages will resonate to a T because it is for many people at once. So please take what resonates, dismiss what doesn't, flip and reverse as you need to. You'll know if this is for you or not, if it's not lining up to you, your situation, or someone that you may be dealing with. It may not be for you this time, so don't try to make it fit. Now we're going to move on to your channeled message, Gemini. Gemini, for you, it was showing me Siamese twins. So twins, it's like two heads on a body. And these two twins, one of them had some kind of an idea or a thought, and then the other one had something complete opposite than that. And it was like they started fighting with each other. They started arguing. It was an energy of going back and forth, not being able to decide, arguing, fighting with themselves, maybe having inner conflict with themselves. Two complete opposite thoughts, two complete opposite ideas, two complete opposite choices. And yeah, going back and forth. And eventually I heard them getting louder and louder. So they started yelling at each other, fighting with each other. It just kept escalating more and more until I actually saw that these Siamese twins were hitting each other. Like one arm was trying to hit their head and the other one was trying to strangle the other twin's head, and just really going at it, really fighting. And that's when I saw a person walking right by them, kind of unbothered, ignoring it, and walking straight to another person where I saw a heart form. So it's feeling like this person is walking right past the twins, or whoever this person is, because some of you, the only reason Spirit shows me the actual sign as being the perpetrator is because some of you are watching for a Gemini. That's why. So yeah, not all of you are going to be watching for one. Some of you are one, so just ignore that part. But this person seems to be fighting with themselves, going back and forth about potentially you, or this could be you going back and forth about someone. It looks like there's going to be a missed opportunity here. A lot of you are going to be this missed opportunity, and you are walking right by them, right past them into true love or a new beginning in love. I'm getting Two of Cups energy, honestly, with this new person that someone's going towards. And as soon as you guys meet, I do see that this, you know, some of you it's a Gemini, others of you it's not. These twins or this person, it's like they immediately stop what they're doing and they're looking at this couple in disbelief, completely shocked. So this person is like shocked when they find out you've moved on. You've walked past them, time has passed them by, and they've wasted all this time fighting with themselves, going back and forth, not being able to decide on something. And so this person is going to be really shocked and hurt. I do see them very upset by this, and it's like immediately it turns into anger and they go back to fighting with their twin. So it's the twin is like another aspect of themselves, okay? So they're going to go back to fighting with themselves. They're angry at themselves is kind of what I'm feeling. And then I see them fighting again and crying at the same time. So this time it's like they're continuing to fight with themselves, but they're also crying their eyes out because they're upset. They're mad at themselves. I am getting angry tears, pissed at themselves that they let this happen, and maybe even angry that they're even hurting over this. You know, because I asked, what does this other twin represent? Because some of you, it's not a Gemini you're dealing with, right? You are Geminis. Some of you, and it was saying the past. And at first I thought maybe it was their past, but then it clicked in and Spirit was like, it's their past self. So there is a version of themselves here that is their past self. So it's a part of them that maybe doesn't, it's not working for them anymore. They need to change. It's an old version of themselves that isn't serving them anymore, or a past self that does bad things, has bad habits, a toxic part of themselves, whatever it is, a dark side, or, you know, sometimes they say like Gemini, it's like one's light, one's dark. So it could be something like that, their dark side, but I feel like it's their past self. So they were fighting with their past self. I feel like their past self was telling them to do something else, and their heart was telling them to do something completely opposite. So it could be heart and mind, new self, past self, light side, dark side. And yeah, they just were not agreeing with each other. And, you know, they ended up losing their opportunity with you, or this is you I'm talking about. I suppose some of you could even be this third person that someone is walking past this conflicted person to go towards. That's always a possibility, especially if you are seeing someone new and they have Gemini placements. You know, I could be talking about you're the third person that this person's walking towards. Okay, so just put it where it resonates. And I'm also seeing that this person is going to be watching this couple, and this couple's very in love with each other, especially if you're female. I'm seeing the female specifically rubbing the male's back, looking at their male with love in their eyes. And this person that missed this opportunity with you, I'm feeling like they are like kicking themselves, because it's like, that's what it could have been me. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, it could have been me. That could have been me. They could have been loving me that way. All right. So a lot of regret from this person, and a lot of like anger towards themselves. All right, you guys, so now let's get started. All right, Gemini, we're going to get some oracle cards for you. Gemini placements. We're dealing with Gemini placements. Oracle cards. We have innocence. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, and live with a childlike sense of wonder. Okay. So I think it was in reverse. I'm not sure exactly. I think it was in reverse. There could be someone who acts innocent here who isn't innocent. There could be something around that. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, like an innocence here to a connection, and maybe it was fake or false is what I'm getting with the reverse in there. Now, let's see what else. Gemini placements or dealing with Gemini placements. Oh my goodness. The answers you need are coming with the full moon in Gemini. Wow. So Gemini energy is very strong in this reading. It's very significant here. So not only are there Gemini placements here in the reading, but I also feel that Gemini energy is in the reading as well. With you, with a person you're dealing with a situation. So it could be like a lot of communication here with someone, could be the new person, the old person, whoever. Intellectualism, we have maybe some detachment here as well. And Geminis can change their mind often. They can sometimes be wishy-washy because they change their mind. They can also be like all over the place, like in the air. It's like they have so much that's stimulating them. It's really hard to pinpoint or keep them still. Yeah, so they're always changing their mind, and they're always maybe changing directions. So there's that as well. But I see that there's a lot of intelligence in this reading with you, with someone else. You guys, obviously, both of you could have air placements. I do see technically two of you here could have air placements, or you could behave in a very air placement way, logical and free thinking and all that. So let's get started. So first off, we do have an investment here of the Seven of Pentacles. So somebody here was investing a lot of time, effort, money, emotion, and they were trying to wait to see how it was going to grow, how it was going to pan out. So there was an investment here. Someone is invested as well. And it looks like there's a cycle being closed out. An old chapter is coming to an end, so a new chapter can begin. So it's like, meanwhile, someone is invested and they want to see where it goes, but someone else has closed a cycle out. And there's also a cycle being closed out with someone being invested in someone else. So like I said, a missed opportunity. And then we have the Lovers, beautiful energy. So someone is closing out an old chapter so that they can start a new cycle with a connection. I also see that somebody here was invested in starting a new cycle, being together. But like I said, I think that they missed out on that opportunity here because there is someone else coming into the picture. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is all truly meant to be. This is all working out the way it's supposed to be. And it's working out in your favor if this is about you. So yeah, it's like you were invested in someone, but that has come to an end. And now you've met somebody that you have a strong connection with, and it ended up being very lucky the way things worked. This was the best thing that could have happened with the Wheel of Fortune. It was destined, it was karma, it was fate. So things are working out for you. You know, maybe in the past with this person that it didn't work out with, or they just didn't take action, they didn't put in effort, because that's what I'm seeing here. They just really didn't do anything about this connection at all. And so, you know, you felt like, oh, I put a lot into this and I wanted to start something new, but you know, it didn't work out. And so, you know, maybe that was a downside, but you are meeting someone that is like, wow, I'm understanding why this had to happen the way it did. And it feels very lucky. It feels very fortunate as well. Okay, guys, some of you may have not come into this person yet because the Wheel of Fortune is here in divine timing. You may just be right now dealing with this person that is like not doing anything about your connection. And others of you, you've met someone already, okay? So timelines will vary, but let's get started. So I am seeing that this person in the past, You know, you invested a lot with them. You wanted things to progress. You wanted to start a new cycle with them, but they were holding back from you. They didn't share things with you. They didn't share their emotions, their feelings, what was going on in their life. They were quite stingy with their energy. And it does look to me like they were dispersing that energy to multiple people here. They were definitely giving to more than just you. And so, you know, their attention may have been on someone else, or they had two people to kind of, you know, figure out who was going to get their time. And so they held back from you. And maybe they held this back from you as well, like this truth that they were actually seeing and dealing with other people. They could have held that back from you as well. And so with the 10 of Swords in reverse, this is a very inevitable, painful ending. It's an ending that is bound to happen no matter what. It's an ending that is, you know, you can't really escape it. It's going to happen. It was always meant to end. It was always going to end. And it was going to end really badly. And so you couldn't get by that with this energy. It's like they're not giving you anything. They're not giving you time, effort, attention. They're giving to others. They're not opening up. This was always going to come to an end at some point. So, you know, in order to avoid this painful ending, I feel like there's someone here who decided to match their energy. I do see that here. We have you matching their energy as the Queen of Swords. This other person, flip it and flop it if you need to. You could be male dealing with a female. But one of you was very cold, detached. Like I said, you put no effort, or they put no effort. They were seeing other people. Like, it just was not going to work. This is not what someone wants here. And so one of you matched the other person, okay? And both of you were at a standstill. It's like both of you were very cold with each other. Both of you were detached. Both of you held back. Both of you, you know, and then someone here also started to give to other people, because that's what this person is doing. And so they're going to match that. Now, I see that specifically with the female here, but of course, it can always be flipped and flopped. One of you here, you are attached to closing the cycle out. That's attached to you, okay? Or the other person, whoever I'm talking about. And on the other person's end, the King of Swords, flip it, flop it if you need to, they're attached to this working out in their favor. So it's like one of you thought that all of this was going to work out in the future, or when divine timing allowed. Something about in the future when timing is better, or these games are going to work out for me, just watch. They didn't. I mean, this person's like, I'm closing the cycle out. If you're going to act like this, I'm going to match your energy. I'm going to close it out. And I see that the Lovers is attached to both of you. So both of you felt this very strong, powerful draw towards each other. There was a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion here. Maybe even a lot of sexual energy. It was a very physical connection. You guys could have been together physically, okay? I feel like it was, yeah, it's like you guys felt this strong pull towards each other. You guys both felt it. You did. But one of you thought that this behavior was going to work out for them in the long run, and the other decided to close things out. Like I said, you're very intelligent. Like, nobody can really get things by you. You know, you've been through it, and it's like you don't hesitate to cut people off with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. You guys, whether you're male or female, both of you are the same. Like, you cut it off. If it's dead weight, I feel like, you know how to be detached. And so you may have given this person chances. Like, okay, you're going to do this. You're going to hold back from me. Then I'm going to hold back from you. We'll see what happens. And then that didn't change. I was like, okay, well then I'm going to give to other people as well. And then that didn't change. And so both of you, there was a period in time where both of you were matching each other, and you were still dealing with each other because you guys are beside each other. And obviously, like, this just was not going to work. It was always going to come to an end, because two people cannot have love or emotion or, you know, vulnerability this way. You can't. If you guys are both in King, Queen of Swords energy, it's an energy of like ignoring people, cold to everybody, but like you're also kind of cold to each other. You know, we want to see more of a loving energy, more of a nurturing energy, and it's very cold. And I see that this person, whoever you're dealing with, male or female, they were at a crossroads about this connection. They really were. I mean, like I said, they felt a strong connection here. And there's something about divine timing. Maybe it was not the right time for them. They felt like they weren't ready. They may have felt like it was something for later down the road, down in the future when things align better. So something was going on with them where they felt like maybe in the future it's better off to do this and not now. Like now may not be the time. Maybe later down the road. They may have even tried to save you for later, or they just thought to themselves, like, this is someone that I would like to be with, but in the future, not now. So they were at a crossroads about this connection. It was very equal and balanced. Both of you genuinely felt the same, but they refused to show it. They refused to give you anything. They refused to give you attention, time, effort, whatever. And they gave to other people. They really just didn't do anything about this connection. They let it sit. And so with this crossroads energy, it could have been like I said, the two different opinions, the two different choices that the two twins were coming up with inside of them. Some of you, being a Gemini, you could even be dealing with someone who has a Gemini placement, okay? That could be why this is coming up. And so they were fighting with themselves. They didn't know in what direction to go into. On one hand, it's like they have this beautiful connection. They feel very strongly, but it may not be the right time for them for whatever reason. Like I said, could be a past self that is fighting with them. Like, no, we want to go. We want to still see our side pieces, and we want to sleep around. And it's like, I'm not ready to open up. I'm not ready to change. And on the other hand, they threw themselves into work. So they held back from you. They didn't share. They didn't open up. They didn't, give you much. They were stingy. And they threw themselves into work. Meanwhile, being very cold, being very detached, and continuing to do this player lifestyle that they're into, giving to other people. So they decided to throw themselves into work. And again, it's like they thought that this was going to work out for them. Or they thought that in the future, they could still have you. But what I'm seeing is that this inevitably came to an end. It was always going to end. This was never going to work out. Their behavior, the things that they're doing, it was never going to win you. Like, how would they think that it's going to win a Queen of Swords over or a King of Swords if you're male? You know what you want. You're very logical about that. And you're cutthroat. You're not going to put up with bullshit. Like, being that you guys are the King and Queen of Swords, you guys have been scorned quite a lot. You have. Especially those of you that are on my collective, and it's like you're a Gemini, but you also have this loving, nurturing side of you. You can love, you can communicate those emotions. Sometimes you may be detached, of course. It's part of who you are. You could be detached, logical. You may need a lot of stimulation. You may change your mind. And that may be what happened here. It's like this person, maybe you'd be like, oh, I don't know what to choose. I don't know what to choose. And you're like, okay, I'm changing my mind. And then you find someone else. I do see that happening here. It's like you are going to choose to start giving to other people. You're not going to wait around for this person while they give you nothing. And so you are going to come into a new relationship, a strong one, just like this one. It may not be exactly the same. The person may not look exactly the same or be the same type, but it's still going to be a strong connection. And you're going to feel like this is working out in your favor, or this did work out in your favor. Which means you feel like this has been lucky. This is a lucky outcome. You feel fortunate. You feel like, wow, this was always meant to be. It was just meant to be. And with the Ten of Swords reverse, it's like you feel like this was not meant to be. It was always going to come to an end. You may have felt like this person was a karmic. Okay, you're very smart. You could have definitely felt that way with this Lovers above. It's like it feels so strong and it's so physical and passionate. But look at all this stuff that is just not lining up. They're not trying. They're not giving. They are not a match for me. It must be a karmic connection. And so you may even think about how this was meant to be. Even the karmic connection, it was meant to be. I especially see that if you're a masculine Gemini, you could be thinking about that. Like, yes, I felt a strong connection with that person, but they were giving to other people. And it's like I'm closing the cycle out, but I do feel that this was meant to be. I was meant to meet this person. You may feel like it's a karmic lesson. You taught them a lesson. You learned a lesson from them as well. You don't need to be just masculine to be thinking about this, but I do see it attached to masculine energy. Okay? Whereas the feminine in the situation, as this happening to you, you could be feeling like, I'm still closing this cycle. Yes, I feel strong connection, but I'm closing it out anyways. Yes, I was invested, but I'm going to close it out anyways. That is the logical thing to do. And I see you at a crossroads here. Like the masculine here, or let's say just the other person that you're dealing with, they were at a crossroads about this connection. They weren't ready to change or whatever. And you perhaps could have been at a crossroads about closing things out with this because it was so strong, because you felt so led to them, so drawn to them. But you did it. You decided to do that. So yeah, this person just threw themselves into work. They could have acted like they were very busy. They didn't have time for you. And yeah, just gave you nothing. They were seeing others. They were still at a crossroads about you. And meanwhile, this beautiful connection kind of just sat there. It got no attention. It didn't get fed. Someone here had to make a logical decision and match someone else's energy. And they still, gave this person a chance, and it didn't work. So they decided to cut it off and move on. And you may have even felt like this person was a little fake. With the Knight of Cups reversed, this can be someone who's fake. Usually this is a knight in shining armor, but when you turn it reverse, it's a knight in shining tinfoil. Fake. Fraudulent. They may have not been genuine with their feelings. They may have not even expressed their feelings. I do feel that. I feel like they didn't tell you anything. They didn't express anything. They didn't open up. And they could have been fake. If they did express something to you, it could have been a very hollow promise or fake because they were giving to other people. So whatever they said to you, it was fake. It wasn't true. And you're coming into like knowledge of that. You're thinking about that. That's what ultimately has led you to close the cycle out, even though it was strong and it was passionate and you felt drawn to them. You started to focus on your work. I do see that here. This is in the center of the spread, so there's a lot of significance around working really hard on something, focusing on work, putting in a lot of work. You may have put in a lot of work with this person, but they didn't do anything in return. And now it's like you're going to close the cycle out with them, or you did. And I see you focusing on work because this person just was not genuine. You may have felt that way too. It's like I put a lot of work into this person and it's like they were fake. This was always going to end. And then I see a spiritual connection coming in. So, and you may have even felt like you had a spiritual connection with this person. You felt that way. You kind of did. I mean, it is here for them and it is here for you. You did kind of have a spiritual connection. It was very equal and balanced. They also felt the same for you. But their actions were not lining up with their heart. So that's the only thing. So you made the right decision here. I do see that. Now, I also see that with this Gemini energy, you are a very good communicator. You could have communicated very clearly with this person. You could have told them about anything that you need to work on, or you were telling them about what they need to work on. You were telling them about how you're not expressing emotions to me. You could have been like really trying to push and communicate, like, these are my problems. Like, I would like you to work on this. Like, really trying to confront and like talk about things. But especially if you're female, or it doesn't matter if you're male or female, but I feel like you really were trying to communicate to this person. This person was only focused forward. So it's like they were trying to block you out, ignore you, hold back. It's like you wanted to discuss that they're holding back. You wanted to discuss, are they giving to other people? You wanted to discuss like something about work. Are they busy working, or are you going to put in more work, or something? You even tried to discuss a crossroads decision. So you may have picked up on the fact that they maybe were choosing between you and someone else, or you thought this, or you asked them about this, or you asked them about, are you going to make a decision about us? How do you feel about us? Are you at a crossroads about us? You did try to communicate all these things with this person, and it was just talking to a brick wall. They are a brick wall. And it's like, it almost is like they really thought that this was going to work out for them. They can be a bit of a strategist with the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords, whoever you are. Maybe they strategize this game or this strategy, thinking of how they can keep you on the hook for later. They may have wanted you to stay there and wait for them when they're ready. Something about the timing was not right. They could have been busy at work. They could have been working a lot, and that could have been part of it. Okay, but they also chose to not give you anything. And that's the thing. You know, you can be very busy at work. It doesn't cost you anything to check in or to still make a plan. Make a plan for the weekend, or, you know, you are very detached. It's like you didn't need to be codependent on this person. You didn't need this person at all, but you wanted them. You felt strongly towards them, so you tried to make it work. You tried to communicate what you were feeling. And they just wouldn't. Stubborn, very stubborn. Now in the outcome, we have an energy here of someone wanting to work things out. They want to work things out now. They want to cooperate with you, but they're shut out. With the Five of Pentacles, they are shut out. Someone could have been pushed out, shut out, or blocked, even ignored. You know, this can be an ignoring you card. So if someone came in wanting to work things out, they got ignored. You ignored them, or this is what's going to happen if they come in. You're going to ignore them. Some of them try to come in and like work with you again, but you know, there's a 3 here, and they had maybe a choice between someone else they were giving to others. So you may just not be willing to repeat this cycle because you feel like they're going to juggle you. They may have something else, could be work, whatever it is that they're juggling with you. Like, it's too many things and they could not manage it. So you just don't have time for it. You may ignore them, you may block them, you may ghost them. And this person is now finding themselves very obsessed with you. It's like you're all they can think about. They're being tortured by you because they are watching you move on. And some of you, you're working together with someone else that gives to you equally. Okay, so I see it here as well. It's like you might meet somebody, this person was very cold with you, very detached, and then you might meet someone that actually gives to you. They actually put in effort. They actually give you their time. They actually, like, they just give you a lot. They may even take you out. They might buy you gifts. They're generous with you in all aspects. What a difference than this person that was cold. When you were with this other person or dealing with them, look at the difference. From these two, very cold, very closed off with each other, to receiving. And then we have this energy of someone putting in work. Someone is now giving you time, effort, attention. They're putting work into you. They're reaching out. They're pursuing you. They could be spoiling you. What a difference. And so in that aspect, you find yourself with another direction. And it's like you are looking at this direction. You're leaving this one behind. You're looking at this one that has the effort, the attention, the generosity. And so you're choosing another direction. So you may have even been the one that changed your mind. You could be the one that is choosing between two people. Maybe they had someone else, but I feel like they just had a bunch of different people here that they were giving to, spreading themselves thin and giving themselves to really nobody, and just busy at work and just not wanting to change. And so now you've chosen another direction, and this was always going to end. It was always going to end. It was just never going to work out the way it was. You know, this person was fake, and it's like they didn't express emotions to you. Now you have somebody who is invested in you, and I do feel that you may want to hold on to this new person. This new person may want to hold on to you. A lot of work is being put in, and it's very equal and very balanced. There's a soulmate connection here. It feels spiritual. You even feel drawn to them, led to them, guided to them. So this is the one. This is the one that you're going to choose. The one that actually puts in effort. It's a no-brainer. It really is. So let's take a look at external energies for you. Show us the external energies for Gemini placements or dealing with Gemini. The Empress, wow, somebody here sees you as the total package, a complete Empress. Beautiful, you have everything going for you. You have looks, you have brains, you have, you're very stable, responsible, reliable, you're good with money, you could be business savvy. You're also very intelligent, we know that. Very intelligent, a good communicator, honest. And we have the strength. So someone is finding themselves needing to have strength because of your beauty, your inner soul, in and out, like all this beauty coming off of you, all this value, and they are struggling to hold back maybe. And we have the High Priestess. So it's like they're struggling because they can feel it. They can feel you moving on. They knew you were going to move on, and yet they thought this was going to work out in their favor. So they lied to themselves about their behavior. Maybe these games worked on other people, but not with you. I mean, you're a Queen of Swords, you're a King of Swords, you're an Empress. This is, of course, it's not going to work on you. Like they needed to learn that lesson. You can't treat everybody the same. And the Three of Swords, a lot of heartache and pain. So yeah, somebody here is watching you move on, and it's like they're realizing, or they always knew this, but you are the total package to them. You're everything and more, and it's very hard for them to hold back from you. It's very hard for them to cope with these downloads they're receiving. They were feeling that you were going to find someone else. They were feeling that you were going to move on. And now they're heartbroken. They broke their own heart. Actions and intentions. And we have the Hermit. So in their actions, they're just going to be withdrawn. You know, a little bit of a recluse here, holding back, in a reflection here, soul searching, and intentions, Four of Swords, just to heal, meditate, rest, recover. So somebody here is very wounded here by the outcome, but they did it to themselves. This is so odd. It's like, what did you expect? They really just put in no effort. They may have communicated to you with the King and Queen of Swords. They may have been communicating to you, but it was in a very detached, cold way. It was in a way of like, I'm not going to show I even have feelings for you. And I'm busy. I'm not going to give you time, energy, money. I'm not going to open up to you. I'm not going to come out about my feelings. I'm going to act like I'm busy. I'm not going to give you time. I'm not sure about you. Like, what did they expect? So it's just a case of a missed opportunity, really, with them. Damaged confessions here. It says, you're perfect for me, but I'll never be perfect for you. So this could have been someone that really just didn't feel good enough for you. They saw you as the Empress. You are beautiful, perfect. You've got everything going for you, and they may have just not felt good enough. Like they said, they may have felt like it was not the right time for them. It could be because they know that they don't deserve you. They do things behind the scenes, and they know about that, so they don't feel like they're good enough for you. Or it could be other types of insecurities, like maybe they feel like they're not good looking enough, or they're not successful enough, whatever it is. They didn't feel like they were good enough for you. I'm super interested. Yeah, so this person, they really were interested in you. They really did want something with you, but they did not act that way. And for that reason, they lost you. And now it's like they're obsessed with you. They can't stop thinking about you. I do feel that they're going to be watching your connection, and they're going to be kicking themselves. That could have been me. I see the way she looks at her new man, or I see the way he looks at his new woman. That could have been me. Look how nurturing she or he is to their new partner. That could have been me. Look how loyal they are to. That could have been me. I could have had that. So they're going to be kicking themselves. And then we have, please don't ever let me go. Yeah, they don't want you to move on without them. They don't want you to forget about them. Oh my goodness. It's just so odd, because this person did nothing at all. They did nothing at all. They really struggle maybe with being intimate, or being vulnerable, or even just putting an effort, or changing. Like, I do feel like some of them were giving to other people. Social media flexer. So this could be someone who they flex online, Okay, or they may feel like you're flexing online. Some of you, I mean, they are going to be watching your connection, and how would they watch unless some of it's public? You know, they may feel like you are rubbing it in. They may feel like you're a social media flexer. They may be a social media flexer. This could be someone who may turn to those types of behaviors in order to cope or get attention from you. They may do some toxic things. They may try to hop on social media and try something desperate here to get your attention. You don't react the way I want you to react. I don't get it. Yeah, and so this person, maybe they were strategizing. You know, they thought that if they paid you no mind, they gave you no attention, they didn't open up to you, it would leave you wanting more. Maybe it would make you chase them, or it would make you stuck on them and wait for them to choose you, or them to be ready to be with you. But, you know, they really did think that this was going to work out in their favor. And so they did play games. I am feeling like they did this on purpose. They thought that they were very clever with this game that they were playing, or this strategy. But you didn't react the way that they wanted you to. You matched their energy. You tested them. You did give them opportunities, but they weren't doing it. I don't want to be a player anymore. Wow. So yeah, so this person, they were giving to other people, and I do feel that there is a past version of themselves that they were fighting with. The past version of themselves must have been telling them, like, no, keep giving to other people. Like, you don't need to put all your eggs in one basket. Give to other people. Give them no attention. They're going to be crazy for you. They're going to chase you. They're going to want you more. That's how you win the girl, or that's how you win the guy. You got to play games. You got to treat them like you don't want them. Don't tell them how you feel. Like, they really thought that this was going to win you, and it didn't. And now it's like they don't even really want to be that old version of themselves, but the old version of themselves is still kind of lingering around them. They were at a crossroads about it. Should I stick to my old ways, or should I change? And now that they've lost you, it's like they're not even really happy doing what they're doing. I don't feel that they're happy with these other options. They wanted you. That's the thing. It's like they may be used to giving to other people, sleeping around, and having no attachment to anybody. So when they met you and they got this attachment, and they got this strong draw to you, and they felt this spiritual connection, it was very equal and balanced. They actually felt the same as you. It was like, what do I do with this? Because they've never had something like that in a long time, or they're not used to dealing with that. And so it's like they chose to just be with what was comfortable, which was their old version of themselves, the player version of themselves. Now they're regretting it. They're hurting. They broke their own heart. They're obsessed with you. And they want to try and change for you, but I don't know if they can. But they don't want to be a player anymore. They are thinking about that. I know I messed up. I've been trying to hide it from you. Yeah, and so that's another reason why they kept you at arm's length. They know that they have some deep-seated issues. They know that they are messed up. They know that they are damaged. That they may even know that they're toxic. The things that they do are unhealthy. And so they kept you away from them because you were too good for them. That's what it is. You are perfect. You're an empress. They saw you this way, whether you feel that way or not. You are perfect to them, male or female. You know, if you're male, you're very nurturing. You have all the qualities of the kings and queens, but you are very nurturing and loving. And maybe they were not used to having a love like that. So, you know, they felt like you were just too good for them, and they messed it up. They wanted to hide these parts of themselves from you, but, you know about it now. I'm tormented by my choices. Yeah, this is exactly what I saw in the channeled message. Look at this. It's like they don't want to be this player anymore. They're not happy with it. And it affects their self-esteem, because the more that they do these things that they don't really want to do, it's an old version of themselves that doesn't serve them anymore. It really lowers their self-esteem. So when they get with someone like you, it's like, I don't deserve this person. I'm a no good, double timing dirtbag. Like I shouldn't be with this person. I don't deserve them. And That's why being a player and all that stuff, like sleeping around, it's not good for you. It may make you feel good temporarily, it may boost your ego, but overall, it's going to lower your self-esteem. Especially if you lower your standards and you're dealing with options that are beneath you. At some point, you're going to get accustomed to that, and then when you get something that you actually deserve that's on your level, you're not going to feel good enough because you're used to these lower options. So it just honestly sabotages you. And then they meet someone and it's like now they sabotage. They don't feel good enough. They're tormented by these choices. They wish that they didn't do it. They wish they did something differently, but it's too late. Let's get one more. Your beauty, status, and achievements make me feel inferior. Wow, exactly. That's another thing that made them very insecure about you. You are somebody who is driven. You have accomplishments, you have achievements, you have a career or something that you do, or you're just a beautiful person. But you seem to have some kind of status. You seem to have some kind of achievements. You could have a nice home, a nice car, you take care of yourself. Whatever it is that you've accomplished in your life, it is giving you status, it is giving you achievements. It makes you look successful. And on top of that, you're beautiful. You're a beautiful person. You love so well, like so beautiful and so deep. You just have a lot going for you, and it really just fucked with this person's self-esteem. And so they played these stupid games, and now they're brokenhearted because you have walked right past them to somebody else. So let's take a look at your independent energy. I actually really like this reading for you. Independent energy for Geminis and dealing with Geminis. The Wheel of Fortune, things are truly working out for you. The wheel is now spinning in your favor. This feels destined. It feels lucky. You feel like things are going well for you now. You feel very free as well. We have the Page of Pentacles, the beginning phases of something. This can be a breadcrumber energy. And there's justice. So you really feel like this person breadcrumbing you or giving you the bare minimum has worked out in your favor, and you are now getting your justice. So you are feeling like this was for the best. You are feeling like, wow, I understand why this had to happen. It actually turned out to be very lucky for me. This person did not give me anything. They kept it practical. They gave me the bare minimum, but this has worked out in my favor because now it's like I'm getting my justice. Yeah, and I see you protecting yourself and your energy from this person. So, yeah, it's like you're in your own little bubble. They can't access you anymore. What we got here? We have a King of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this person is not doing so well. They see that you're protecting your energy from them. And they can no longer access you. Like I said, some of them in the outcome, they're going to try and reach out to you, trying to collab with you again in any way. Maybe they just want you to converse with them. They just want to work things out with you. They want you to kind of deal with them again. And you are leaving them shut out. You're shutting them out. And that's that energy here. You're shutting them out. You are protecting yourself. You're ignoring them. You're in your own little world. You're in your own little bubble. And this person is very imbalanced because of it. You know, and you may be doing this because you feel that this person is very emotionally manipulative. You feel like they are imbalanced in their emotions. The King of Cups reversed may not express his emotions. He may not be in tune with his emotions. He may be emotionally stunted. So you may feel that way about this person. It's just not going to work. It was never going to work out. It was never meant to work out. It was always going to end. It was a karmic connection. You have made peace with that, but they can't let you go. They are holding on to you. And I see that like they are invested in potentially putting work in with you and having something with you again, but you're not having it. And now they're in their head about that. It's like they're overthinking. They're really overthinking. They really were counting on, in the future, I'm going to try again with my Gemini. Or in the future, I really just want to work it out with this person and I plan to put in the work. They really were wanting to save you for later, or just, you know, they didn't feel like they were ready in the time. Judgment. Yeah, they're overthinking because they really want another chance with you. Like they were really thinking that they could come back and, you know, make things right with you and actually put in effort next time and have you. And they are witnessing you move on to someone else. So now I want to take a look at this new relationship that you're going to be in, okay? Let's take a look at the new relationship. New love for Gemini placements or dealing with Gemini placements. New love, new love. Let's take a look at this new love connection. Wow, the Hierophant. Yeah, definitely traditional, okay? Very committed. You guys are going to end up together, official. You may end up married to this person. It's just going to be a very traditional, committed relationship. They could have Taurus in their chart. You could have Taurus in your chart. And we do have an energy of like someone needing to hold back. It's like they're holding back because they never told you the truth. They never told you how they really felt. They could be hiding the fact that they're struggling from this relationship, but this is X energy. Maybe this person also dealt with liars and cheaters as well. This person, they could be, you know, they could have really endured a lot of things in their past, being cheated on and being lied to and stolen from. And there's overthinking. There's also trust issues here. So this past person dealt with a lot of stuff too. I feel like they dealt with betrayals. They also dealt with trust issues in their past. They could have a history of overthinking because they got cheated on in the past. But I feel like it could be X energy. It's like it really matches with the X. It's like the X is overtaking this. It's like they're struggling because you're going to be in a commitment. They're struggling because they never told you how they felt. They're overthinking. They feel wounded. This other person that you may be with, you may end up with, they may have an ex on their end that is similar to your ex. It's like they have an ex that maybe lied, cheated, or didn't tell them how they felt. And now this person's overthinking and they feel very hurt and wounded by the fact that this person is choosing you. Both of you could have Gemini placements, and maybe that's why this is mirrored, okay? That could be for some of you. And we have missing you energy. We also have an energy of knowing them from the past. So you could have memories with them. It could date back to younger ages that you've known this person. There's nostalgia around this connection, and there's justice attached to that. You could know this person already. They could be from your past. It doesn't mean that you've dated them before. Some of you, you may have, but some of you, you just know them from the past. It doesn't mean you've dated them. Some of you, you may have grown up with them or you knew them when you were younger, okay? And this person ends up being your justice. It's like, finally. And we have the Nine of Cups, a lot of self-fulfillment here, a lot of happiness, and the Star, getting your wish fulfillment, double wish fulfillment, and also healing. So I feel that this connection is going to be very healing for you and this other person. It looks like this other person has also been cheated on, lied to, and it's like they really struggled in the past. They really struggled with trust issues and insecurities and overthinking. And so when they meet you, it's like you are going to do right by them. They are going to do right by you. And both of you are very happy because this is very healing. It's very healing, and it's exactly what you've been wishing for. So you're going to be very proud. You're going to be very happy. This is typically an energy of being proud. Sometimes it can be arrogant, but I feel like you're just happy with yourself. You're just proud. So you may be showing it off, and that's how this person is going to see. They're going to watch and they're going to be like, that could have been me. And they're kicking themselves. You know, they're not happy here. They really, really wanted another chance. But because they were so much in their head fighting with themselves, they didn't take any action and they lost. All right, you guys, let's take a look at your blessings. Blessings for my Gemini placements. Gemini placements. We have lucky delay. Things being delayed for good reason. It says lucky circumstances, realizing why it had to happen. Wow. And then we have serendipity. So this is exactly what I'm saying. This is crazy. You guys are really going to realize why it had to happen, and you're going to feel really good about it. You're going to feel really happy about it. You are truly going to feel like this delay and getting what you wanted was lucky. It really is lucky. It's lucky that they breadcrumbed you, and you're lucky because now you're getting what you deserve. So that tells me right there that this new person is going to be like 100 times better. 100 times better. And I do feel a lot of it has to do with the amount of work they put in, how hardworking they are on this connection, and how much they give to you. They could be giving you gifts. They could be giving you money. They could be giving you time, energy, effort, attention. They give you the world is what I'm feeling. They are giving you the world, and this person gave you nothing. Such a difference. And it's almost like that's why it had to happen in that order. Because it's helping you value this next person that comes in. It's like God or universe is like, I'm about to bless you. I'm about to give you what you want. It may not be in the package that you're expecting, but it is going to be everything that you've been asking for. Are you going to make the right choice? First, we're gonna do something here. We're gonna send this other person so that you appreciate this blessing a little more, so that you really pay attention to it, so that you really see it. Because maybe it's not in the packaging that you're used to. It may not be your type. It may not be someone that you immediately see as, you know, like that can happen. But they're going to give you everything you want. And some of you are drawn to them as well. You will have passion and attraction. But there's something about universe had to send in this karmic first, because it was going to help you see this next person. It was going to help you value them. It was going to help you see them for what they bring. So yeah, it's like someone the universe brought in this tempting karmic that may have the packaging that you like, but they weren't what you wanted. And so the next person they send, this person is everything that you want, but they may not have the same packaging on the outside. And in that case, because you just experienced hell with this person, you're like, yes, this is what I want. I'm so happy. What a difference. So it ended up working out for you. It really did. And then we have completion, finally completing things that were left undone, accomplished, beneficial, fulfilling, proud, relief, and move on to new. So you could be completing things. Maybe it's around the home, maybe it's with work, your projects, or just cycles in your life. You are completing things. And you're going to feel very accomplished as well. It's going to be very beneficial. You're fulfilled. You're proud of yourself. Sorry, and then you see, I see you proud here. So you could complete a cycle here that was going on over and over again. You could be completing things at home, completing things at work, okay? Let's get one more. You'll know what this is. There's something that you've been working on. Oh, new skill. Helping and teaching others, service to others, successful, top provider, money, relief to others, and good karma. So there is a new skill coming in for some of you as a blessing. This will be a blessing because it's going to bring you abundance. You may end up becoming the top provider for something that you do. You may be helping and teaching others something, and in that case, it brings good karma. And yeah, it's like you're bringing relief to others with your service, and you're going to be getting money. You could be completing school. That could be what you're completing, or something else, okay? Other things around in your life, and it's like you may move on to some kind of a new skill. You may go to school or something like that, okay? You may be completing something first, and then you go to school and you learn a new skill. Whatever it is, something very lucky here. These are your blessings, okay, you guys? So that's your reading. I really hope that this resonated for you. And if it didn't, feel free to check your other signs. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get notified when I post new videos. Thank you.